My Play Select viewers, welcome to another episode of Play Select. My name is Gold Mountain, and in this episode, we cover a lot of great news. I mean, we just came back from Shanghai. We're flying all over the place. We're here in Hong Kong for 2 days, but in 2 days, of course, we're gonna give you another episode of Play Select. So here we go. So in the recent San Diego Comic-Con, the super huge announcement by Capcom, you guys probably know what it is, Strider, right? So what is Strider? Well, Strider Hero is a character who's pretty much been with Capcom and in our video game lives for quite some time. I think almost 20 years now, if you really look back to the history. Anyways, that being said, this is a retelling of the classic Strider story of 1 and 2, and it's gonna be out in 2014, cross-generation, cross-platform, so you're definitely gonna have a chance to pick it up. So what is Strider? Expect really fast gameplay, to the point that it's actually 8 times faster. Now this is insane for the devs because the devs actually had to make the stages so much bigger because if he's moving that fast, if the stages are small, he's gonna be so of course he's gotta make it really big. There's gonna be a lot more cipher abilities, which is great because you'll definitely be using them in this giant non-linear open world. You know, think Castlevania, Metroidvania style. Oh, even Shadow Complex. Shadow Complex actually really influenced this game according to the devs. But at the same time, this is gonna be a great game. I'm really looking forward to it now. It's coming out once again in 2014, and it's gonna be so fast, so ninja style, throwing kunais with your grappling hook, calling on the hawk, maybe taking down the giant gorilla boss that you've seen from previous Strider games. Now this game really looks fantastic, and I can't wait to play it in 2014. Strider Hero. And now for some arena fighting game news. J-Stars, not you, J-Stars Victory VS. The trailer has just been announced from Namco Bandai, and this game looks amazing. Now, we talked about it a long time ago, how it's gonna feature all the characters from Weekly Shonen Jump magazine. Well, this one, it really delivers. Now, it's coming out for PS3 and Vita, featuring characters from One Piece, Bleach, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Toriko, all the big Jump guys right now, including many more. Now, the many more haven't been announced yet, but if you just look at a Weekly Shonen Jump magazine, you'll pretty much see all the characters that are gonna be in the game. But not Jay, I'm sorry. But this game looks good. Fighting games, man, they're making a revival. There's a lot of them coming out right now. So this year, next year is gonna be a good year for fisticuffs online. Saints Row the 4th coming out this month, very, very soon. Originally had a super dangerous Wub Wub edition. Now you've probably heard of this. It featured a 12-inch replica of the Wub Wub dubstep gun with the laser sight. So when you shot it, it goes wub 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 and just annoys the crap out of everybody that is past the age of 15. Anyways, that being said, a brand new edition has just come out. It is called the Game of the Generation Edition, and this is what's inside. Now, it already has everything that the super dangerous Wub Wub edition already has, such as the dubstep gun that I just mentioned, but it also has the 8-inch Johnny Gat memorial statue, the dubstep Doomsday button, and some in-game item DLCs. But the coolest thing that comes with this edition is this: a rotating display case and a velvet pouch to keep all your video game collectibles forever in pristine condition for posterity. This is awesome. Deep Silver really just went crazy. I mean, before they had the Zombie Beta Edition, and this is just something that's excellent. And you know what, with Saints Row the 4th, how come we ain't seen no Chippy D yet, And since we're on the topic of open world games, of course, we cannot forget the biggest game of all, GTA 5. Now everyone is on the hype train to Pluto and beyond, waiting for September 17th, the worldwide release for this fantastic game by Rockstar. So anyways, that being said, there's a lot of facts right now and a lot of rumors, but what I'm gonna do is just quickly go through the confirmed facts, so when you're at the water cooler, you don't look like a fool. Anyways, here we go. First of all, story and setting. Now, everybody knows this game is set in present-day Southern California. Well, at least Rockstar's take on it. You'll have locales like Hollywood, downtown Los Angeles, Koreatown, and Venice, but all the names have been changed, such as Vinewood, downtown Los Santos, Little Seoul, and Vespucci for Venice, and also Santa Monica. Now, the story revolves around the almighty dollar, which is very pertinent for the time today, because that's what we're all about, trying to get the cash. So money is a major theme, and there are multiple endings to the story depending on the decisions you make within the game. Now, the length of the game is supposed to be around the same time it took for you to finish Red Dead Redemption. I spent quite a lot of time on that game, and that was one of my all-time favorites, especially with the 8 gig installation. I mean, this game's gonna be huge, guys. If you've seen the trailers, the map, it's just if you've been to California, you know how big California is, right? So anyways, moving on to the next thing, in terms of characters, now the hype is totally built around the fact that you actually get 3 different characters control, and this is the first time ever in GTA history. So this is very, very exciting. Now the characters are Michael, Trevor, and Franklin. So Michael, he's a retired bank robber who's currently living in the Witness Protection Program after making a deal with the FIB, which is the FBI equivalent in the Rockstar world, because he was an ex-con. Trevor is a former military pilot who did a few bank jobs with Michael back in the day, and Franklin is the youngest but also the hungriest. He's a street hustler. You know, he works at a luxury car dealership, but the 3 of them come together to really make that almighty dollar. Now each character has their own personality, moves, and skill set, and when you're not controlling them, they're actually living their own lives, and this is pretty interesting because they could be doing anything, which is really cool. I mean, they could be robbing a bank, they could be eating a hot dog, they could be knee-deep in hot coffee. Kind of awkward when you see that happening, but it just makes the game so dynamic. And speaking of dynamic, now GTA 5 has so much content, it's insane. I mean, if you even just mention the ecosystem, it's just teeming with wildlife. You have dogs, bears, sharks, and all these other animals, and they're just doing their own thing. Think maybe Far Cry 3, think Red Dead Redemption. They're just running around and just living their animal lives, waiting for you to disrupt them. And another thing about this game is that the dynamic missions, similar to Red Dead Redemption's random world events, they finally come back. Now this was a very popular game mechanic in Red Dead because when you're just walking around, doing your own thing, all of a sudden someone comes up to you. In the case of GTA 5, it could be a hitchhiker, it could be 2 parked cars with dead bodies around them where you investigate and see what happens, and it unlocks more missions. And it can even be a bunch of random character encounters. Now these are just things to keep you really busy in this thriving, living world that is GTA 5. And another thing about dynamics is that the music is just like Red Dead Redemption in terms of the fact that it's a dynamic soundtrack. Music will actually come and change and adjust itself according to what you're doing. So if you get in a car, maybe you hear like a sick bass line. When you start shooting your gun, then you start hearing electric guitar. It's a lot of fun just to get you immersed in this world. Moving on, vehicles make a big impact in this game. I mean, there's so many different types, such as aircrafts, helicopters, seaplanes, crop dusters, plane jets, military jets, blimps. There's also a submarine. All the kind of terrestrial cars that you can think about are there, trucks, race cars. I personally prefer the submarine because you actually get to explore the ocean floor, which is so cool. Because before you're only limited from ground to sky, now you got water, ground, and sky. This is gonna be a huge game. And lastly, for the very first time in the series, the complete map of the GTA 5 world is completely open from the beginning. Of course, there are some parts that are restricted, but that's just due to missions. But most of it, you can already just go explore. You don't have to play the real game, just do what you want. Now this game is coming out on September 17th, and a lot of people are looking forward to it, but there is one group of people that may not be able to play it, which are PC gamers. But fret not, right now there is a petition, and there are a lot of names being signed up for this. This petition has gone way over 200,000 people, and this is very good for PC gamers because I know PC gamers, they really want a Red Dead and it never happened. So if this is the case, perhaps with this enthusiasm, Rockstar may listen to you PC gamers, and you will get a chance to mod the crap out of GTA 5. One of the most amazing games of this year. So anyhow, I'll leave you with that. And this girl's violent, and I'm gonna leave, because that's scary. And speaking of games that need your support, I'm talking about Devil Survivor 2, the enhanced port for the 3DS European region. So, my European friends, if you want this game for your 3DS, right now the publisher Ghostlight is asking for pre-orders. Now, if you reach the target of 1,800, which is really low compared to the other number of the GTA petition, come on guys, I know you guys can do it. There's a lot of people in Europe. This is a game. It's a good game that you do want to play. You know, Atlas, Tactical RPG, SMT. I know there's a lot of fans out there, so get to it right now. You can get it at Ghostlight at their website. Time to announce the winner of last week's prize time. Big Boy 14, you just won yourself a copy of The Last of Us because the answer was ants. Freaking ants! So it's that moment you've been waiting for. Prize time! Favorite moment of the week where I give you free stuff. Now prize time works like this. It's very, very simple. I give you a question, you give me an answer, and if you get it right, I'm gonna give you some swag. Now ground rules, if you know the answer to my question, please put it in our playasiatv inbox, not the comments, the playasiatv inbox, and we'll get it, put it in the lucky draw, and give you this game. Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection. It is so good. 8 games in one box, the whole collection of Mr. Kojima's works. Now the question is this. Here we go. which actor inspired the original look of Solid Snake in the original Metal Gear? So there you have it, breaking tradition, giving you guys a really easy question. I mean, I just want you guys to play this game, it's great. I got it a few weeks ago and I'm having a lot of fun with it, as always, because I love video games. So that being said, my name is Gold Mountain. This has been another episode of Play Select. And one more thing, we actually have a brand new blog. It's playasiatv, and on that, we're probably gonna have a bunch of coupon codes, promos, stuff to get your hands on some great games much easier, and at the same time, details of the sordid lives of the people who are part of Play Select. So there you have it. See you guys next time. Peace outside.